Okay, so it's level 1, chapter 2, and we're going all the way to practice. Okay, we start with a drinking game. Okay, and then we read some story time. And then we started with I versus or E, or like the Y versus the J. And this is another very common one that you need to get sorted. E, like many people ask why the E is, like, why do we write the E if it's not pronounced? Well, it's actually pronounced. It means that you put, even though it's not like chi or ch, it's not a hard sound, but it means you put your, as I said here, it's a consonant in Chinese, but it only means that you pronounce it in the tip of, or on the tip of your mouth. So E, E. We can try O, O, and now it becomes yo, yo. So when you see the Y, you actually do something about it. So it's not invisible. However, in the E, E, you might think it's invisible because the E is already on the tip of your tongue. Okay, then we have ow, ow, and yao, yao, yao. Wonderful. And remember this Y sound now, because that is the I sound. And that is what we're going to be using and to differentiate between a few things in this class. Okay, really, this is the only last and only grammar, or like, not grammar, but pronunciation practice we'll be doing. Then we'll refer back to this one all the time. So make sure you get this one straightened. Okay, we've got E, 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 and then we have G, 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 just like a DJ. G, 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 G. It's a bit soft, okay? G, 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 G. We can try yo and jo and yao and jiao. Okay, all of these have an I involved there somewhere. Yo, jiao, yao, jiao. We then say, my name is Li Fei in this case, and Li Fei wants chocolate. 我叫李飞, Li Fei 要巧克力. It's very common to mispronounce these ones and give this one, or skip the j sound, or here, just adding a j sound. So like 我叫巧克力. I'm called chocolate and I want my own name. Well, it's actually a very good name. Yes. 我叫李飞, Li Fei 要巧克力. It's good as well to practice them, so you force yourself to, if you put them close to each other, you force yourself to tell them apart like that. Wonderful. And then we've got the G, now we've got the E, and also the G, and the Chi, and the Shi, and they're all very related, okay? They're all cousins here, or I'd even maybe even call them siblings, actually. So we've got E, G, Chi, Shi. Okay, good. So that's the G, and this G we'll talk about in a second because it might sound very similar to this. But remember, the I is different all the time here. G turns it, and this one will be dr, dr, dr. Let's do that again. G, dr, G, dr. Wonderful. I hope you're talking to yourself now. S, z, c, s, z, c. When you've done it, and when you can do it, you do it fast, like s, z, c, and then sh, zh, ch, and then i, ji, chi, xi, i, ji, chi, xi, xi, chi, ji, i. That was even bad enough. Sorry, that was very bad. Sorry. Xi, chi, ji, i. Just to make sure that we haven't forgotten. The shi we don't spit. The ch we kind of spit. Okay, so xi, chi, just like my mom. 谢谢 for the 巧克力, not 切切. The X has to stay as 谢. Wonderful. Okay, moving on. Now, this is another thing as well. It's the difference between these two. And they look very similar when you look at them, but they sound extremely different. Or not extremely, but they sound different at least. Okay, so we've got or, if it ends with an O, just like with this one. Or, then we say or this sound, okay? If it ends with a O-U, I think of the word dough, like I'm eating dough. Like you need flour, and then you've got a dough. You can make dough. They can bake with dough. Okay, so just G-H at the end here. Dough, okay? So if you see it spelled like this, you can say dough. Or if you see it spelled with an O at the end, you can think of war, okay? And that's my best tip. I used to usually do this mistake all the time. And I think this is my best advice to you. So we can say war, okay, I or me. Yo, so it's the O. So here it's or, here it's O, O. Okay. 我有多都过狗 Good time to practice the tones as well. 做走 Okay, 做走 Excellent. Then we can say I have dogs, which would be like 我有狗 So these are three new words. It's 有 and then it's 坐 and 走 and maybe go depending on where you are in the course. Okay, I have dogs. 我有狗. 我有狗. So it's one 我, this one, and then it's two o. Okay, 我有狗. Dogs all walk. 狗都走. 狗都走. So it's the second one in all of these ones. So all the dogs are walking. Wonderful. Remember, we put the do right after the thing we're talking about. Okay. Dogs all sit. Go. Do. And then it's 坐. This might be even more difficult, because now we're saying two o, and then we're saying o all of a sudden. Go. Do. 坐. Go. Do. 坐. Fantastic. I have a lot of dogs. Well, do you? Wonderful. I have a lot of dogs. 我有. Okay, and it's 很多. 很多 is a lot. 很多. Common mistake here to say 很. It needs to be 很 like like that, but with an H. So 很. Good. I have a lot of dogs. 我有很多狗. Wonderful. And we don't note here, we don't say dog or dogs. We don't care, simply. The dogs all have me. 狗都有我. So again here, 3 o, and then 1 o at the end. 狗都有我. 狗都有我. Wonderful. Many dogs sit. 很多狗坐. 很多狗坐. China has a lot of dogs. 中国有很多狗. Fantastic. 中国有很多狗. Okay, I'll say all of these quickly. Maybe you can follow me. 我有狗. 狗都走. 狗都坐. 我有很多狗. 狗都要我. Oh, sorry, have. 狗都有我. 狗都, sorry, I'm messing up the tones now as well. 狗都有我. Wonderful. 狗都有我. 很多狗坐. 很多狗坐. China has a lot of dogs. 中国有很多狗. 中国有很多狗. Okay, you're amazing, and I am too. Okay, now I think this is, there's one more thing, but this is a very important one, okay? So now we go with the ji, xi, qi, remember that? Jiao, qiao, qiao. Okay, now if you're pronouncing the I, it has to be J, X, or Q. Remember that now. You can see all of these other ones. If you try to pronounce these ones, si, sao, zao, cao, shao, zhao, chao, there is no I involved anywhere here. As soon as you hear the I, you can guess what I'm saying now. It's xiao, xiao, yi. You hear the yao, so you know it's this one. And I'm not saying ji, I'm not saying chi, I'm saying xiao, so it's this one. Good. So as soon as you hear the I will think you're talking about one of these. Maybe you're saying one of these, but then you need to skip the I, okay? And so what you can try to do then is you say the consonant. This is what Chinese people do. They say the consonant twice. So that's the ji, for instance, for this one. Ji. And then you say ao, ji, ao, jiao. Good. And here's zhi, ao, zhao. You hear there's no I there. Jiao, zhao. Fantastic. Okay. Now, it's the same thing here. So like these guys, the J and the ZH are very similar, and the Chi is the spitting part on the left, in the left column. And I'd say the J is the vibrate. The J is the vibrating, so its closest relative is J. And the Q, its closest relative is this, because the spitting, it's a CH. Okay, so then we've got chi, ao, chi, ao, chao. Wonderful. Actually, I skipped the first one. Qi, ao, qiao. Qi, ao, qiao. You hear the I? Qi, ao, qiao. Okay. Also, you can't say this one without the I. That's interesting as well. Try to say qi without the ao, without the e there, because it's innately there. It's born and bred there. So qi, chao. Then it turns into a ch. So we can say chi, ao, chi, ao, chao. Fantastic. And that's all the practice that I want to do here. Just remember, you put an I there. If you don't put an I, you'll be saying one of these. Okay. Then we've got the last one as well for this one. Yeah, definitely the last ones. Then we're pretty much done here. Okay, make the N really sound. Okay, this is a common mistake as well. It's common in English. Like, it's not a common mistake in English, but it should be an easy thing because we speak English. But in Chinese, you just have to appreciate the fact that they enunciate a lot more. Okay, so this one could be like yin, n. Make that sound to yourself. say like, exaggerate your sin. Sin. Cinema. You say cinema. Sin. Good. And then we say yin, jin, chin, shin. Can't show you my mouth, but it looks very good. And I'm like, shin. My tongue is between my teeth. Shin. I'm saying this one now. Shin. Wonderful. Note that there is no like sin, because that's a weird word, weird sounding word. Sin, that doesn't sound Chinese. Or zin, that doesn't sound Chinese. And tin, that doesn't sound Chinese either. Okay, so with the I, N, it's just these ones. And similarly, we don't have these 4 sounds either. Okay. Widen your cheeks here and freeze your mouth, like in English. Ing. Okay, I want to really hear the ng sound versus the n sound. Okay, ing. So we say ying, 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 ying. That's the first part of England. Jing, jing. That's the last part of Beijing. Jing, jing. Ching, ching. That's the racist sound we make when we cheers. Ching, ching. Xing, xing, xing. That is stars actually. Xing, xing. But literally the same pronunciation, exactly the same pronunciation, is also orangutan. So you could be saying, you could point at the stars and say, oh, xing, xing, look at the stars. And they're like, oh yeah, I can see all the orangutans there. They look wonderful. Okay, xing, xing. Okay, again. Ying, jing, ching, xing. Yin, jin, chin, xin. Okay, I hope you heard some sort of difference there. If you didn't, please ask me in class. Okay. Now, I can't do this exercise with you, but I can do with you. Here, the students have to say 3, or you guys, you have to say 3 words. And then if we get them right, 3 in a row, we have to write in the chat. Okay, then we get it right. So I'll say one, and then you have to guess which one it is, okay? We've learned all of these things now, aren't we? Amazing. Okay, zhou, 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 zhou. It's this one. Again, I haven't talked about this one, but it's the same thing here. If we add an I, it becomes like this one. Jiu, jiu, you can hear the I. Maybe you thought it was this one. Wonderful. And I'm not, if I predicted that, it's not because I am psychic, but because it's a common mistake. Mixing the zhou and the jiu. Let me try either this one or this one now and see if you can guess which one it is. Jiao, jiao, jiao. Yes, I'm saying the I. Jiao. Okay, we've gotten 2 in a row so far. I've managed to guess my own words. I'm extremely good at this. Okay, the last one is ci, ci, ci. It is this one. Very good, very good, very good. And I'll leave you there. Well done. You've been fantastic. If we have time in class, we practice some of this as well. But there'll be many more dialogues to practice with as well later on. Fantastic. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.